let's discuss the functions of the ears, that is the sense organs of hearing come equilibrium. That is why they are also known as phonoreceptors come statoreceptors. Phonoreceptor because they help in hearing, statoreceptors because they maintain the equilibrium. So, this is a very unusual function of human ear. So, let us discuss the function. First of all, the foremost function of a human ear is in the process of hearing. What happens? The sound travel in the forms of sound waves, and your external pinna collects these sound waves, and the sound waves actually strike the tympanic membrane or the eardrum, which starts vibrating. After this, the vibration is carried forward to the ear, these ossicles, the bones, the three bones that are there which are known as ear ossicles, and then the vibration is transmitted through the oval window to the cochlea. In the cochlea we have perilymph in the upper scala of cochlea. If you don't remember, I can draw the cochlea, the inner structure for you. So, it had scala, right? It had upper scala, this media scala and the lower scala. So, this had perilymph, the upper scala and the lower scala, it had perilymph, right, and the middle scala it had endolymph. This is what is the structure of cochlea. So, the oval window passes the vibration to the perilymph in the upper scala of cochlea, and then this is passed to the endolymph of the middle scala. And in this middle scala, do you remember that we had the hair cells, or we can also call these as the sensory cells, right. So, the sensory cells of the organ of Corti, they receive this stimulation and they send it in the form of a nerve impulse through the auditory nerve, which is sending the or just taking the nerve impulse to the brain for the interpretation. So, let us recall the hearing process again. Sound travels in the form of waves, and it travels through the first of all the external pinna and strikes the tympanic membrane. This tympanic membrane, it starts vibrating, and meanwhile the ear ossicles, or you can say the ear bones, the three small bones, they also start vibrating. They pass this vibration to the oval window, which passes this vibration to the perilymph in the upper scala of cochlea. This is cochlea. We have three compartments, I told you. The upper and the lower compartment consist of the perilymph, and the middle compartment, you can also call it as scala media. Okay, this is also known as scala media. So, you can say this medium, this middle portion, it contains what? It contains endolymph, and this vibration is transferred to endolymph, where we have an organ of Corti, which is the main organ of hearing, because it contains the sensory cells, which we can also call as hair cells. They actually receive the stimulus, and they send the nerve impulse to the auditory nerve. Auditory nerve further carries this impulse to the brain for interpretation. Then brain actually recognizes the pitch of the sound, the intensity of the sound, right, the frequency of the sound waves. So, brain then interprets the whole this sound waves or the hearing process within you. Then the next unusual function of your ears is to maintain equilibrium. Now, this equilibrium can be of two types, dynamic equilibrium, or you can say static and linear equilibrium. Well, this dynamic equilibrium is maintained by the cristae that is present in the ampullae of semicircular canals. With this cochlea, do you remember we had three semicircular canals, right? We had three semicircular canals. I am just drawing it in a rough way. So, these three semicircular canals had those endings which we termed as what? We termed as ampullae. So, inside the ampullae, cristae are present. They actually help to maintain the dynamic equilibrium, means the rotational movement or turning movement. When you rotate yourself or you turn, the turning movements, then the body needs to maintain the equilibrium, right. So, body needs to maintain the balance. So, that balance in case of rotational movement or turning movement, it is maintained by your ears, that is cristae, which are present in the ampullae of these semicircular ducts. So, inside this ampullae, these cristae are present that maintain the dynamic equilibrium of the body. The next type of equilibrium that is maintained is the static and linear equilibrium. Now, this is maintained by maculae of vestibules. right? So remember that the static and linear equilibrium is maintained by maculae of vestibule. They detect the changes in the head or body at rest and forward movements. So what is their function? They detect the changes in the head or body at rest and forward movements. So this cristae and this maculae, they are maintaining the equilibrium of the body. They are going to send the message in the form of an impulse to the brain, and then brain is further going to send the message to the muscles, so that the balance or the equilibrium of the body is maintained. So I'll just write it over here. These cristae and maculae, cristae just for maintaining dynamic equilibrium and maculae for maintaining static equilibrium, they are going to send the impulse, right, to the brain, and the brain is going to interpret the message, and then brain is going to instruct the muscles of your body, so that the balance or the equilibrium is maintained, it is attained, right. So this is how your ears function for equilibrium maintenance, for dynamic equilibrium as well as for static and linear equilibrium. Here I have something very interesting to tell you all. When you actually travel through lift, you know, you feel like a stomach dropping out sensation. Well, if you want to befool your semicircular ducts, why? Because these semicircular ducts are responsible for maintaining equilibrium. So when you travel through a lift, you have a stomach dropping out sensation. When you want to avoid this, you just start looking towards the top, you know, bending your head upward. When you are going to bend your head upward, then this is going to befool your these semicircular canals or the semicircular ducts, and you won't feel that stomach dropping out sensation when you actually travel through a lift. So remember, when you travel through a lift next time, please try this. Keep your head up. That in that situation, you are going to befool this semicircular ducts, and you won't feel that stomach dropping out sensation. Please try it.